right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. I've got a couple of interesting stories for you guys today. I'm sure you guys know what the first story is going to be. And that story is the story about Ronnie Coleman having the medical emergency on Sunday, which I'm sure, if you're a bodybuilding fan, you've heard about by now. Now, I was wanting to wait to talk about this until there was some kind of legitimate update as far as what actually happened, because I want to avoid speculating myself. And you know, the sad thing kind of is, like when I woke up today, I had a bunch of calls and texts from bodybuilding industry people, like a bunch of missed calls. 3 calls from this person, 4 calls from that person. And the sad thing is, as soon as I woke up and saw that, I knew it had to be something bad, because that's typically what my phone looks like when something really bad happens. Like when Sean Roden passed away, when I woke up that day, that's what my phone looked like, was just tons of missed calls and texts. So when I started replying and calling people back, several people told me what they heard had happened, but I haven't seen any official confirmation or update that that is what happened. So I'm not going to speculate. And again, that's why I was waiting. I wanted to see if they actually posted another update, because it's been about, I think it's been 16 hours now. 18 hours since the initial update and 6 hours from the update from the family. So I'm going to read this post. If you haven't seen it already, I'm sure a lot of you guys already have. It has 185,000 likes on this post. But his family says, "We want to inform Ronnie's fans, supporters in the bodybuilding community that Ronnie Coleman was admitted to the hospital on this past Sunday morning due to a serious medical condition. He is currently receiving expert medical care and continues to show incredible strength and resilience. At this time, we are not sharing additional details as the focus remains on Ronnie's recovery, well-being. We kindly ask for your understanding and support in keeping the environment respectful and free of speculation. Please rely only on official updates from Ronnie's family or authorized representatives. We are committing to keeping you informed as appropriate. Ronnie has always inspired the world with his toughness and heart, and we know he feels love and energy being sent his way. With heartfelt regards, the Coleman family." So, as you can see there, they're trying to keep it as speculation-free as possible. They say only rely on official updates from the family. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not going to sit here and say what I heard happened, but I'm hoping that we get some kind of update soon, because it can be inferred by the fact that he's missing his trip to the UK, which was what the initial post was about. They're calling it a medical emergency, and the fact that he's not writing these posts himself. And I mean, also the fact that he's a 61-year-old former pro bodybuilder, you can kind of infer that it must be pretty bad. But I would say what would probably be helpful is if you left a comment in the comments below, something positive about Ronnie Coleman. If his family is going through and reading comments on posts or videos or whatever, maybe comment a positive memory that you have of if you met Ronnie at an expo, or he signed something for you, or you remember seeing him compete, or you had a conversation with him. Comment like a memory, a good memory with Ronnie Coleman in the comments below. I think that would be kind of cool to read his impact on the bodybuilding community. And when there is an actual update, I will share it with you, but right now, there's nothing official. Now, next up in the news, on a bit of a lighter note here, this weekend there is another pro show. It's going to be the Mr. Big Evolution, essentially the Portugal Pro. Now, I got to say, Neckzilla is impressing me here. I think this is exactly what he needs to be doing. I really like that he's doing this and stepping up to the plate. He's competing again in this Portugal show, despite the fact that he just qualified at the Flex Pro Italy this past weekend. So let's go through this list and we'll talk a little bit more about it. You got Georgi Adakashvili, Giolu Albi, Drago, Brian, Adolfo Castro. Nathan Diasha is back in this one. So Nathan still needs, if he wants to compete at the Olympia this year, he still needs to compete to try to get that qualification. What he did in Dubai, not enough to qualify. You got to win a show. So this is his attempt at doing that. You've also got Dennis Friedrich, Dome Intermaggio, Anthony Gell, Joseph Kivetin, Antoine Loth, Rubiel Mosquera, of course, Neckzilla, Bruno Oliveira Santos, Skylar Shum, and Claudio Sergio. So look, I'm going to take my hat off to Rubiel here. If I'm going to be critical about things that Rubiel does and shows that Rubiel skips and things that I don't like about what he's doing. I got to give him credit, too, because this, I think, is good. I think he is 100% taking the feedback that he needs more time on stage. He needs to show up to more shows. He needs to work on his posing. He needs to practice a little bit by actually competing and not just showing up once a year. And I think he's taking that feedback and doing exactly that, because now he is qualified. He doesn't need to do this show. I don't think it's about the money. I think these shows pay out like 10 grand for first. These are some of the shows that pay the least. I believe that's what they paid at the Flex Pro Italy last weekend. So he's qualified. I don't think he needs the 10 grand. And not only that, but Nathan being in this lineup presents a really interesting opportunity here for Neckzilla. Because even though he won the Flex Pro Italy, realistically, there was nobody there from the top 5 in the Dubai Pro. Realistically, there was nobody there that was probably really going to challenge Neckzilla aside from Andrea Presti. And realistically, if Andrea Presti had competed in the Dubai show, he wouldn't have been top 5 either. But with Nathan being in this lineup, I think this changes things a little bit, because if Rubiel continues to get better and slightly improve from show to show, from Dubai to Italy to here, Nathan was 4th at the Dubai show, 2 placings ahead of Rubiel, who was 6th. But not a huge gap between them, because Mo Fuda was 5th. Mo Fuda's not doing this show. This would be interesting for Rubiel, because if he is able to beat Nathan here, I think that would show measurable improvement from Dubai to now. Whereas him winning the Flex Pro Italy with no one from Dubai in that show, even if he was slightly tighter, slightly better than he was in Dubai, it wasn't really measurable by his competition. But if he's able to win this Portugal show with Nathan in it, who just beat him in Dubai, now that would be pretty cool. That would be measurable improvement. Now, I think the other obvious question to stack on top of that then would be, do I think he can beat Nathan? And personally, I don't think he's quite there yet to beat Nathan. But like I said, if he does improve, continue to improve significantly from the last show to this show, and he is able to improve enough to beat Nathan, that's pretty huge for him, and that actually does show some achievement. And I think I really like the fact that he's doing this. I really do. I think this is what he needs to do. I think competing more often while he has this opportunity to do so is only going to benefit him. I think it's going to help him with the posing. I think the more that he competes and gets used to posing on stage, this is only going to benefit him. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Now, next up in the news, another thing that I'm really interested in with this Portugal Pro, Horse MD, Marcelo De Angelis. He's actually making his classic physique debut after switching over from the open class at this Portugal Pro, as well as you've got the comeback of Fabian Meyer in this lineup, Mr. Classy FM himself. So this is going to be a pretty interesting classic physique show, where you've got some pretty big names here. And I've actually got on screen the most recent update of Horse MD posing with Ramon Dino, and also the most recent update of Fabian Meyer that was posted today. I think Fabian is probably the favorite to win, but I am curious to see how his physique is going to look compared to what it looked like as an open bodybuilder. So I think this weekend's Portugal Pro is shaping up to be a pretty interesting one. And I think the final story that I've got for you guys today is going to be the latest update from Fouad Abiad. So he's posted several updates since the initial accident, and I think it seems to be that he may be kind of out of the woods now. He's still got a probably long recovery ahead of him, but he's posted videos walking now, standing up, post-neck surgery, so the neck surgery seems to have been successful. And based on the latest update that I saw from him today, kind of thanking everybody that helped save his life, it's good to see. I think this is a really good, positive update from Fouad, because when it first happened, I feel like there was a lot of uncertainty as to what was going on, what was his prognosis, what was the outlook for him. But it kind of seems like now he might be out of the woods as far as life-threatening stuff. And I'm hoping that's the type of update that we get from Ronnie Coleman or his family in the near future. I hope that the next thing we hear about Ronnnie is something positive. Maybe that he's, talking, responsive, he's thinking about his just something. And hopefully we have something positive to report about the Ronnie Coleman situation in the very near future, because right now it kind of feels like the beginning of the Fouad situation, where when it first happened with Fouad, everybody was very tight-lipped. Nobody wanted to say anything. Nobody wanted to post anything except for from the family. It kind of feels the same way with Ronnnie, but at least in the Fouad situation, the outcome seems to have been good. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, click that bell notification icon if you have not already. And as always, I love you guys, appreciate you guys. Nick Strength and Power signing out. All right, guys, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe to this channel if you enjoy the content. Also, check out my Instagram at Nick Strength Power. My Facebook page, which is simply Nick Strength and Power. My secondary YouTube channel, Nick Strength and Vlogs, for vlogs and bonus content that you will not see on this channel. And consider subscribing to my third YouTube channel, Nick Strength and Pokemon, which is all things Pokemon and trading card games, completely unrelated to this channel. So if you're into that, give that one a look. And all links to merchandise and social media will be in the description box below. If you guys want a Nick Strength and Power t-shirt, that will be in the Shopify link below. Have a great day.